Yo, what's going on, guys? How are we doing today? Sorry for the lack of videos the last few days. I've just been really busy with things. I'm getting ready to move out of the house finally. Let's go. But we're gonna just talk about a couple different things in today's video. I'm sure other YouTubers have covered this stuff, but I want to go over one of them in more depthly. But first things first, let's just go over the quick little, what's it called? The ship challenges or ship combat in Galactic Challenges. So it says here it's going to start the 16th of August, which is in like around 8 or 9 days, or maybe even less than that. I think days right now is the 8th, so around 8 days. And it says this. It says update to provide more context. Well, I guess if you want to read the other part, if you guys haven't read it already, pretty much it just means that ships will be now a part of Galactic Challenges. But if you want to read the update part, it says to provide more context, tiers 1 through 3 will be character units, while tiers 4 through 10 will be ships. So, I think we can show what they look like right now in the game. There should still be one going around. So let's see if we can get one of those. Oh, wrong one. I think it's this one right here. The Kashyyyk Galactic Challenge. So they're saying if you go back to the post, tiers 1 through 3 will be character units. So 1, 2, and 3. So you can only get this max reward on getting all tier 10 done, like all 10 tiers done, right? But for just the characters now, it's only going to be the first 3. And look how simple and easy these these guys are. They're like level 60 gear, like 7 or 8. I don't even know what gear that is. But then you come over to gear 10. Like, these are like legit stuff here, guys. These are some pretty tough opponents for most of the times. You know, sometimes I mean, for me at least, I can always beat it, but there's just some that are more challenging than others. But now they're saying tiers 4 through 10 will be ships. So, I think, you know, it kind of proves a point now, I think, with that. Galactic challenges are very important. Might I just say that? They're very important. We're getting, you know, shards for characters, gear, or not gear. These, I guess they're gear. I mean, the Kairos and all that, but it's really the big thing here with the salvages. That's the main thing here. The salvage is the big boy. So I think it proves a point now with the Executor being in the game, or will be in the game, to go for that first, because it'll help you even more so in this, and also in GAC and in TW. So honestly, if that was enough to get you to go for the Executor first, then I'm not sure what else is. Oh, let's go over here. I guess it didn't hop over. There we go. It just there's so much ships gonna be, or so many parts of ships that will be very, very important in this game. And it kind of goes back to their old Road Ahead, where they were saying the ship load of content, right? So it just kind of is making sense to me right now. If you guys are on the same boat, maybe you guys aren't. I mean, ships are pretty big. So also, if you guys have not been farming this thing, go farm it. It's the Razor Crest in the Galactic, or no, what is it called? The race, the chase, the whatever. I don't even freaking know what it is. You just get it, okay? I'm not sure what else. I just go to like Grief Karga, my guy over here. I get so many of these med packs. 475 is nothing, dude, and I just spam these all day long. So I think there's a pack right now for 30. So there's like no way you can't get him 7-star. You should definitely be able to get this guy 7-star. I'm not sure how long this double drops last or this chase lasts, but I've been doing this like without even refreshing the last couple days, and I've gotten like 20 shards or so. So like, it's definitely possible. Like, I'll probably get him done in the next day or two. So it's pretty cool. I mean, it lasts for 2 days. 2 days and 13 hours. So awesome stuff. Anyways, that's the ship part of the video. The ships, Executor, if you guys didn't think he's already important, he's going to be very important right now in the game. But next thing I want to go over and kind of like shift gears a little bit. I know Arnold did a video about Master Luke a little while ago, and I just want to bring him back up to the table because with the changes to these characters and the Galactic Challenge counters, or Galactic Legends. I'm not sure if I said Galactic Legends or Galactic Challenges. I'm not sure what I said there. But pretty much non-GL counters to GLs, they're going to be kind of drifting away from us, right? So when we're thinking about a GL to a GL counter, which GL is going to be the most efficient on the offensive base, encountering other GLs, you know, getting the best amount of banners, the easiest kind of clean win. And in my opinion, out of all these GLs we have, let's go over here, Galactic Legend, we have 5, soon to be 6 with Lord Vader. But right now, I think if we're talking strictly about the offensive uses and not just like one team, but multiple teams, it is a very, very easy, no-brainer answer to say Jedi Master Luke Skywalker. This guy has proven time and time again, even right now with non-GL counters, he is still a very, very important part to GAC counters and TW counters. So just such a great character here, guys. He's just very strong. His mastery, if you guys have not gotten Relic 8, you get more critical avoidance, protection, and resistance. Personally, one of my favorite Relic 8s and one of my favorite masteries for a GL because he has even more CA. So if you look at his critical avoidance, he has now 62%, which is the max at the moment before we get Relic 9. So he's awesome. So I want to kind of talk to him and talk about him. Not talk to him. I wish I could talk to Luke. He's a freaking dope guy. I'm going to talk about Luke for a little bit and the Jedi as a whole. So I know we just got recently the Galactic Republic faction with Master Kenobi. He's a Jedi as well, but he ties more into part with Commander Ahsoka, with GK, with Gas, with, you know, blah, 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 with the Padawan Ahsoka. But we're talking really just about, talking about more guys that are like Ki-Adi-Mundi, JKL, Knight Luke, Revan, Shakti, Yoda, Hermit Yoda, Old Ben, Jolie, like the list goes on and on and on, guys. We're talking about him in those counters. Like right now in the game, let's go back into the arena and just see what's the shard looking like for the teams, the defensive teams that we see on a day-to-day basis. So like right now, without refreshing to see more, we see a Kylo and we see 2 Master Luke. So Master Luke's a great defensive team as well, but just the fact alone that he is still relevant amongst the other GLs proves a point, I feel like. You don't really see many Emperors unless they're climbing. You really see more of those, you know, more annoying defensive teams, right? So Master Luke's a good one, but I'm talking more about the offensive capabilities here. So for Kylos, he shreds the Kylos. You can use a Master Luke lead with like an Old Ben, a Yoda, a Cam, and just like get so much TM there and getting easy kills. So we'll just go through the ranks right now and just see all the teams that we're fighting or we do fight on a day-to-day basis. A big thing right now in the game as to why I think Luke is so important is that he can counter the Master Kenobi teams. And I think that's a very, very big point. If you guys are looking at future counters to a Kenobi, I think that is a great option. Either that or the Emperor or even a mirror match, or heck, you could even really use the Kylo teams too. I mean, there's a lot of options right now in the game to kill this if you're talking about GL counters to a Kenobi. But yeah, he just shreds a lot of these things. I would say, if we come back to the GLs, what does he struggle against? Like, what does Master Luke struggle against for the offensive teams? And I think the only one he can sort of struggle against is the Emperor teams. But like even then, I think you can still manage to get around that. If you have the right turn orders, the right modding, all that. Without that precise modding and all that sort of turn order stuff, you can still beat the Rays, you can beat in mirror matches, you can beat Kylos, you can beat Master Kenobis without really remodding too much. And that's a pretty big point, I feel like. That's a very, very nice thing to have in GAC without having to remod too much to still have the same consistent counters. So I think one of my favorite teams we can pull up for Master Luke, if we can create a new squad here. Let's just kind of go through it all. My favorite team is for killing Kylos and Rays while using a Master Luke. So we're going to go and talk about that. And really, you can actually save the other Luke here and save him for a different team, because in a lot of these counters, he is not required, rather, you don't need him. So Master Luke number 1 in the leadership, great, awesome leadership here in the game. And then I'll go for Yoda. And then we're talking about the Rey and Kylo counters. For Kylo, you want to kind of slot in Old Ben. Old Ben's great here for his mind tricks. And then if you want to kind of keep going for the Kylo counter, you can toss in a Shakti. You can even toss in a Hermit Yoda. So right here you have a lot more assists. Pretty much you just bounce back and forth the TM to Yoda, and you get the ultimate really fast, and you have those big boy hits. So right here, if we were to use this, you still have an entire Master Kenobi team, and even you can save a gas depending on what you want to use for the Kenobi. You could still have a Cam, and you still have a Revan and a Luke. So this is more for the Kylo counters going forward, right? We never know. We could still see like the JKL counters working with the, you know, Revan, him and blah blah blah, like that whole counter to the team. But if that does not work, you still have options, right? You still have options with Luke. So you have that, and then now we're talking about the Rey counter, which is my favorite counter with Luke. And we're going to be using these guys, my main 3 guys. I love Yoda and Cam. And then we're going to be tossing in Jolie Bindo and also Shakti. So this is such a great use of characters here. I cannot explain to you how awesome this is because, again, you can save that Revan, that other Luke, the Padme guys. You can save the Master Kenobi. You save the same stuff, and you can get very, very high banners here. So you have that. One of my favorite counters, I gotta say. It does make it a bit tougher if people were to set the Commander Ahsoka with a Rey, but still, you can still get the job done. So Rey's and Kylo's Master Luke lead is so great. Versus the Kenobi teams, you are going to swap things up a little bit, and you have to pull a little bit more stronger of characters, okay? So we're gonna have to pull in both the Lukes and the Revan, and we're gonna be tossing in as well our healers and our revive. So this one, if you want it, you can still win without remodding too much, but I do recommend remodding a bit for ideally Revan and also Jolie, because you want Jolie to survive as much as possible, and you want Revan to be really, really fast. And while you have those guys in mind, I think after those remods, you are going to get very consistent, almost every single time wins against this team. So a Master Kenobi team, very, very strong as well, and this is my favorite counter to that team. So we have now 3 GLs. And then for mirror matches, I personally don't like doing mirror matches against that team, because if it is a Master Luke lead, I will be using Grievous almost every single time versus Master Luke. That's like a very free win. And then also you have the Emperor to kill versus Luke's too. So I don't really see the need for figuring out a team to mirror match a Master Luke with, personally. It's really just about those 3 right now: Kenobis, Reys, and Kylos. And I think Luke is such a great option for that team, and those counters rather. So I think that's about Luke and about everything else. That's probably about it for today. I just could not go without making a video talking about Luke and the Jedi. He is just so strong, guys. He is one of my favorite characters in the game because he allows for so many more teams and options in GAC. He is so versatile, okay? He is so versatile. So that's probably about it, okay? I just want to talk about Luke. I just want to talk about some ships. If you guys have any comments or thoughts about both Luke or about the ships and the Executor even more, let me know down below in the comments, or join up in the Discord. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and comments there as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like, share it around, and sub if you guys have not subbed yet. Thank you guys for all the support. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace out and have a good one. See you guys.